The sound of war echoed behind them. 600 Egyptian chariots thundered across the desert, and in front, a wall of water that refused to move. No escape, no hope, no time. The people screamed. But one man, Moses, stood still. He raised his staff, and all of heaven held its breath. You've heard this story before, maybe in Sunday school, maybe in a movie. But this isn't about special effects. It's about faith in a moment when faith made no sense. Israel had just left Egypt. After 400 years of slavery, they finally walked free. But freedom didn't feel like victory. It felt like a trap, because God himself led them to the edge of the sea, not around it, to it. Pharaoh's army was closing in, swords, wheels, dust, rage, and Israel's hearts melted in fear. They turned to Moses and said, "Was it because there were no graves in Egypt that you brought us to die in the desert?" It's easy to judge them until it's you, standing between your Red Sea and your Pharaoh, trapped between what you can't go back to and what you can't yet walk through. Then God spoke. "Why are you crying out to me? Tell the Israelites to move on. Raise your staff and stretch out your hand over the sea to divide the water." Exodus 14:15-16. Move forward. Into what? There was no bridge, no boat, no blueprint, but there was a word, and that was enough. Moses obeyed. He lifted his staff, and that night a mighty east wind began to blow. The sea, the same sea that once symbolized death, started to shift. Waves rose like walls. The impossible became a pathway. Israel stepped forward, one trembling foot at a time, between two walls of water held up by the hand of God. The ground was dry. Their hearts were not. They walked, not because they saw safety, but because they trusted the voice that called them forward. But Pharaoh wouldn't give up. He and his army charged into the same path. And for a moment, it looked like evil might win, until God said, "Stretch out your hand over the sea." And when Moses did, the waters came rushing back, roaring with divine judgment and mercy all at once. The same sea that had opened to deliver God's people closed to destroy their enemies. And when it was over, Israel stood on the other side, breathless, free, forever changed. They looked back and saw not a grave, but grace. You see, this story isn't just history, it's a map for your own faith. Because every believer, sooner or later, stands at their own Red Sea, where fear screams louder than faith. You pray, "God, get me out," and he whispers, "No, I'm going to take you through." That's the lesson of Exodus 14. God doesn't always remove the obstacle. He reveals his power in it. The miracle wasn't just that the sea split. It's that God used the same sea that could have drowned his people to drown their enemies. He turned the weapon of fear into the witness of faith. So when you're cornered by anxiety, addiction, or circumstances you can't control, remember this: God doesn't panic. He positions you right where his glory can be seen. Maybe right now you feel trapped. You've prayed, you've tried, you've waited, and still the waters haven't moved. Listen closely. The Red Sea didn't part when Moses saw the miracle coming. It parted when he obeyed. Faith is not the absence of fear. It's moving through fear, one step at a time. And when you reach the other side, you'll realize the sea wasn't your enemy. It was your classroom. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Exodus 14:14. And again, when you pass through the waters, I will be with you. Isaiah 43:2. He's not the God who avoids the storm. He's the one who walks you through it and turns it into testimony. So the next time you face your own Red Sea, don't run back to Egypt. Don't bow to fear. Lift your eyes, raise your faith, and watch what God can do with the impossible. Because the sea still parts, not always around you, but always for you. If this story spoke to you, drop a comment below. I'm standing at my Red Sea, but I'm not giving up. Someone out there needs to read your words today. And if you've seen God split your own impossible, share it. Your story might be the wind that parts someone else's sea. This is one verse only. One verse, one moment, one miracle at a time.